Let's see. Technically should go live automatically because I never done this before. Oh no, it does. Here we go. I can see the output. Hey, hey. Let's check this. My Samsung DeX for PC. What's that? Let's get that one going. Come on. I hope my Note 9 not gonna go berserk. Because it's an old phone, so you know, it can go very. It's got temperament. It's got some things. Here you go. We have the first one, Far Cry 3. The first one joined. The first one saying hello world. Right then, as soon as the people come in, I'm gonna see what's this NexDock 360 is all about. I hope. I got an email from another company asking me just to make sure that the box is not being damaged before I open on the street. I had to do a lot of miles to arrive here, so making sure that it's a good idea to do. So let's have a look until some on joins. Here we go. Yes, logo. I actually like that they put the NexDock company logo instead of like writing it, because it feels more, I don't know, feels more professional, feels more better. Because if there's someone in a cafe and the people will recognize just by looking at the logo, that means the company is doing a good job. If it's like just saying, what's this NexDock writes? Or it's like, I don't know. I will open the Surface Pro 7. It's not gonna say Microsoft Surface Pro 7. It just got the Windows logo. Everybody like, oh yeah. Or like Apple. You just see the Apple logo and you know straight away that this is the Apple product. You don't need to read. If a company is recognized by the logo, that's fine. Here we go. We have our usual viewer, Subs2 from Indonesia. Hello again. You've been joining my live stream like 3-4 times in a row now. I think the audio for Mr. P is stuttering a little bit. Yeah, well, see, the things that I do, let me actually try different things. So I'm gonna stop this. Hopefully then I need to, because we're doing this is the first time. We're using, obviously, as you know, from a watermark in the top right hand corner, we're using a StreamYard, because obviously I've been joined by Hey Look New, our moderator of a Samsung DeX subreddit group. So instead of you looking at my lovely face, you have two people now.
Yeah.
And we decided to go with a StreamYard. So yeah, Hey Look New joined us in the live stream. You should know him well, you probably don't know him if he has not banned you on Reddit. Because yeah, he don't mess around. If you don't behave, if you don't follow the rules, you're gone. Here we go. We have Nico. Hello, Mr. P. Where do you live? I live in UK, United Kingdom, and I live here for feels like all my life. But actually, it's just 15 years or so. Here we go. Gels, definitely have seen him on Reddit. Yeah, Hey Look New is our, I would say, main moderator, because I needed a hand, and it's just I don't have spare time sometimes just to go and read from that, because at the start was easy when it was like 2,000, 3,000, members, and it used to be like 1-2 posts a day, but now there's a chance like somebody just gonna floodgate the our Samsung DeX subreddit group, and it's gonna go just gonna go basically. I'm gonna snowed under. I don't want that. Okay, what else we have here? We have just have a different name in there. I have a different name on there. No. Okay. We have sub 2 in Indonesia. He wants to start Indonesian channel for DeX. Yes, you're more than welcome. There's a lot of people from different countries speaking French, German, etc. They all doing things because obviously not everybody wants to watch videos in English, so they want to find their own language. Nicholas from Argentina, hello to you too. I hope you're doing great. Gels, I love what you guys do for that subreddit though. It was super helpful when I was first using it on a regular basis. Well, I think I'm gonna say for both of us, it's very, very great to see these kind of comments. Right, so something. Okay, so we're gonna start looking at the NexDock 360 probably, because obviously Halo New already has one like a weeks ago.
I've had it for probably just about 3 months.
3 months. Oh my goodness, I'm well, we're gonna see. Let me do this way. So everybody, I left the poll in the comments, in a super chat, a poll just to see how much people will get this one, and looks like, let me quickly check, about 80% of people voted said they don't own the laptop. If you don't know what the laptop is, it's basically a laptop shape shell that has keyboard, trackpad, and the screen, and pretty much that's it. And this laptop allows you to use your smartphone device, not only Galaxy. It allows you to use as a desktop replacement. You can use this to do your work. You can use this to play, watch videos, etc., etc., etc. So, and NexDock kindly supplied us with the sample devices. One was sent to a Halo New, like he mentioned quite a while ago, and due to shortages and stuff, I received mine on Wednesday, but I on purpose I haven't opened it yet. Well, I opened just like this, just to see if it's like the box inside is it's a one piece. I didn't want to actually go and start opening up, just to see how it works, because obviously I want to do this live. So let's have a look. There's a box inside the box. The box shape, I think, is pretty much the same as was original.
Yeah.
It's actually
the one I got actually was like one of the last pre-production units. So I'm curious
Right.
to see if there's any difference between what I have and what you've received now.
all right. So right, yours like the final step before going mass produce. I'm just gonna. I hope you're gonna still be able to hear me, because I'm moving mic away, because I'm gonna probably start
volume's good.
smash. Right. So let's start looking what's inside. There's a lot of, like, we have a branding here, obviously compliance logos, and we have saying NexDock, Next Computer LLC, all rights reserved by NexDock.com, made in China. Straight away I can say that the packaging is well made. It's very properly packaged. It's not like feels that anything loose inside. So if you're gonna order this and it's gonna be sent to you from far away, it's not gonna basically, well, I hope it's not gonna go all over the place. So here we go. That's what we have. We have a quick setup guide. That's what's really like, let's say, a big bonus with the NexDock 360 to anyone who's watching, is that compared to others, this has, I do believe, additional USB Type-C port for data, which is, for my use, is a big plus, as I connect a lot of USB-C, like USB devices to the side when I need to, for example, connect the mouse. Obviously, right now we're gonna have to use USB Type-C to USB Type-A adapter, but this is just a minor obstacle to jump over. I rather use dongle to connect USB devices than don't have option to connect USB devices at all. So that's what I really like about this their model, that they're still keeping the thing that they introduced on the NexDock first one, which has USB Type-A port on the side. And I quite like this one because the other one that I use a lot is the UPerfectX here on the side, but I use it more like a display device instead of like a proper lap dock, because it's lack of USB Type-C or USB Type-A port on here on the left hand side. Obviously on another side we have mini HDMI and USB Type-C to connect your Galaxy device. So we have the manual just explaining to you what exactly it does, but if you already own the lap dock, pretty much it's the same thing. You turn it on, you connect your Galaxy device, and you're ready to go. So we have a reading material. Let's open up without hitting a mic. The actual unit itself is actually heavier than I expected. I don't know, it's probably me and my imagination. Let's put this one down the side, because inside the box we have the charger. And let's have a look what's inside the charger, or inside the box for the charger. So we get, here we go, amazing. They included USB Type-C to USB Type-A OTG cable. So if you still want to connect some things on the side, it's not a big deal because they already included one. And actually I like this kind of adapter instead of having a short one, as this makes less possibility to snap it, if that makes sense, because otherwise if it's gonna go directly, there's a chance you're gonna knock it. But when it's like can go any angles, then it's great. And remaining things inside the box, oh, it's actually a lot of cables here. So box is empty. So we have a small than expected power brick, which supports up to output 18 watts of power. And it's American style, so it's probably going to be a bit. Okay, I can't really open this up now. It's going to be
different.
probably.
I got a 20 watts with mine.
You got 20. I got PD 18 watts, 5 volts at 3 amps, 9 volts at 2 amps, and 12 volts at 1.5 amps. Total output 18 watts of power.
Yeah, the UPerfect came with 18, and my NexDock came with 20.
So this is, I'm probably gonna power one of my Raspberry Pis out of this, because they're really power hungry. But besides the wall plug, we have USB Type-C to USB Type-C. We have angled. This is amazing. This is what I like the other companies who's creating the lap docks include. This cable on its own or as an additional to have an angled USB Type-C cable, because of so many times you wish to have the angled USB Type-C cable with the lap dock. In general, it's very useful thing to have. I personally purchased a couple adapters from Amazon, just the angled USB Type-C adapters, just to use for my setup. But the angled cable that they included, this is a very big bonus for me, very big plus, sorry, for me. This is a great thing. And we have full-size HDMI to mini HDMI cable. Obviously everybody knows about this, and I think that's it. Let me put the chair. Oh, I was wondered that they should include this. We have the wall plug adapters, because I was about to say very surprised that they not included this. So yep, that's it. I'm saved. I have a UK wall plug, and it's actually very light as a wall plug. It's very light as a wall plug. I have European, and this looks like a Asian style. The angled ones, like looks in a corner. Yeah, I think it's like a V shape. So let's turn this bad boy on and let's see how it goes. So we get this one right. Here we go. So we have the NexDock 360. This is a third generation NexDock laptop. I have the first one and the second one. If you watch my videos about the reviews, I'm a fan of the first one. I'm not that big of a fan of the second one. And from what I know about this, there's a big chance I'll end up being a huge fan of this one, because it's just it feels very premium, feels expensive. I think the price is around $300 or somewhere around. They started shipping them. They had problems with the shipping, but right now they start shipping them, so it's great that they started to do that. And amazingly built device. Here we go. It's apparently already on. I probably pressed the button by accident to turn it on. And let me actually do this. I can do it this way, as this laptop has 360 degrees hinge. So that means that you can move all around, and you can have yourself like a tent mode kind of display setup, which is great. Okay, the thing that the
biggest difference that I noticed was how much faster it loads up compared to the UPerfect, even though they look super similar.
From dead, basically from turn off. We can try this one now. Anybody who's watching, we can quickly grab this. So just to not confuse everyone, let me open this one and I'll let you know which one is which. So here we go. This is UPerfect X, and this is a NexDock 360. So the way you look at it probably is going to be on the right is UPerfect X. So I'm just going to press the button both. And yeah, they're calling phone book. Here we go. That's on. Yeah, it needs to catch up. It needs to catch
up. It's really
up.
quite a big difference for super similar devices.
Yeah, and it takes, I would say, 3 seconds quicker, 2 seconds quicker.
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah.
And shutting it off, same thing.
Yeah, this one, NexDock, is like instantly, like you press the wall plug, it's instantly off. The UPerfect X needs a bit of like, it's like Windows. Hold on, we're gonna stop all the services, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Hold on. So I'm gonna do again. So right now, we have UPerfect and NexDock 360. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna turn them both off at the same time. Yeah, NexDock is literally as you press the off button. You press the off button and it's off straight away. This is a plus for me because so many times I'm waiting for UPerfect to shut down. I'm ending up just closing the lid. Without bothering proper. Here we go. Even Gel saying that. Wow, what's the difference? Yes, it is a big difference when it's closing down or shutting down so fast. Yeah, the poll just came back saying 16% of people who voted saying that they own a laptop. So if you are watching this and you own a laptop, let me know in the chat what laptop you own. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you regret owning one or a specific one that you have? And we will check this. Have they? Oh yeah, they included USB Type-C to USB Type-C.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna use this. I'm gonna use my trusty shorty one just to get my device plugged in. Okay, so I'll plug in. Yes.
When you go into yours, when you open up your on-screen display.
Yep.
And then you go through your menu and you click the eye. What does it say for your MCU value? Oh.
No. Okay. First thing, yeah, like Halo New just mentioned, this swipe down. I'm really a big fan of this on the UPerfect X. So this is that included on here is great. Is it because of the screen protector? It doesn't work for me. I'm just gonna try to peel off the screen protector without making any dramas here. Here we go. Holy moly, it's actually brighter without the screen protector.
Yeah.
I was already saying that this is I was about to say this is a bright screen, and I peeled off the screen protector. It's even brighter. Right, you go on the side. Yes, so go to next page. Right, MCU version is April 26th.
Mine's January 1st. Sorry, January 5th.
Okay.
So I'm curious if they're going to provide any way to update the firmwares or if it matters at all. I'm just curious to see if we notice any difference between our two units.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, because this could be maybe a way for them to like firmware via data port or something. Could be.
Well, I don't know if
yeah.
you remember a few months ago, because we had the issues with UPerfect where like the function lock is on all the time and the right alt didn't support basically the accented characters for a lot of European languages, where we were able to track down a patch so that you could update the keyboard and stuff.
Yes,
so
yes, I remember. Yes.
Says that potentially there's going to be firmware updates for these that are a possibility. Like, it would be nice to be able to flash it so that, like, I know there's not like a function lock toggle, but maybe you could flash it so that, like, if you're the type that wants the MIDI keys on all the time, you can get it. Or if you're like us, where you're an Excel guy and you want a proper function key, you want the function lock off.
Yes, good idea to have an option instead of you buying this and you ending up with whatever kind people at manufacturer of a laptop just gives you.
Yeah, exactly.
You ending up with something that is halfway baked for you, and it's not really useful. We have a couple of comments. So Syrah Phoenix, I had two lapdogs, the HP Elite and the NexDock Touch. The HP Elite has been awful when trying to connect, and the Touch has been mostly great with a recent hiccup in charging. The HP Elite, if who's watching not sure about what this HP Elite is, HP Elite is Hewlett-Packard lapdog created a while back to work together with Microsoft Continuum. Obviously, as you know, Microsoft Continuum long gone. By sheer luck, HP Lapdog works with DeX, but only the version V8. If you're looking at the online, if you want to buy one, if you look for HP Elite, you need to look for V8 model, and V8 model will allow you to HP Elite. Basic DeX will work, or majority of the functionalities of DeX will work if you're buying HP Elite V8 model. If you're getting yourself the other model, there is a chance it is going to work, but make sure, basically I'm not suggesting you to go and purchase it. Otherwise, it's just not gonna give you DeX experience as you want. I'm trying to find basically, if you're looking online, look for V8 model. I think it's called V8 something.ab, and that's the one you need to look for. Okay, back to our main guest of today is the NexDock 360. I'm just quickly checking to see if I noticed something as a hiccups with the manufacturer on the body, or maybe I'm just gonna quickly check after the stream. The hinge one of the hinge looks a bit off, but that's probably just me. Okay, first thing, the screen, a touch screen is a touch screen. It's absolutely amazing to touch. Seriously, this is by far probably the nicest touch screen I basically used on a lapdog. UPerfect? Oh yeah, UPerfect acts as me like it feels like I'm scrubbing the plastic, where NexDock 360 is really smooth to move it. It's basically, yeah, it's really nice to touch the NexDock 360 screen. So amazing things. Right, next, I noticed while I was going through the on-screen settings, This is something I want to mention to everybody who's watching, that I'm planning to do a video about it, but I'm just going to mention now. The lap docks that offers you to turn off the charging to your Galaxy device, this is right now a big deal for me. And the reason why, a while back I was using my NexDock, the first one, to do the for live stream. So I had my NexDock powering, getting power from a wall socket. So I was getting the power while NexDock was charging. Same time NexDock was sending data to the USB-C hub via USB-C cable. If you not connect USB-C cable to USB-C hub, you can use keyboard on a trackpad. Basically what's happened is, me creating all my setup, I created the loop for electricity to go around. So wall socket supplies electricity to NexDock 2, which sends electricity, or part, or it's not like charging, but sending still electricity via data cable into USB-C hub, and USB-C hub getting charger from a wall plug. And that wall plug was the raw power charging station, and it blew up. Well, it stopped working. And I thought this was a faulty unit. I sent back to Amazon, they sent me a new one, and 2 days later it stopped working again. And then I realized that I created the arc around it, the electricity circle around it. So this thing that stopped charging off the device, especially off this connection here, is right now a big deal for me, because I can right now disconnect this and plug in USB Type-C cable to USB Type-A cable and pass it just a keyboard and mouse and a trackpad inputs without needing a screen. So this becomes like my wired keyboard and a trackpad setup. So to have this off is really right now a big bonus for me. Probably majority of you will never have this option, but I'm gonna do a video, because me explaining right now is probably hard to grasp exactly what the hell I'm talking about. But I'm gonna do a quick video about this, explaining exactly what I'm trying to say now, just in case if you're gonna try to connect something and it's gonna stop working. So this having option to turn Galaxy device charging on and off is a big plus for me. Let's have a look what else.
The charging off is fantastic for the length you're able to use it too, rather than having it charge your phone all the time when you're using it and getting 3 hours
yes.
battery. This way, like your phone's battery is way bigger than the laptop anyways, and this
yes,
way you get just about a full 8-hour workday out of the laptop if the charging is off. It's fantastic that way.
Yes, yeah, totally agree. Like my tablet is probably, laptop will die faster than my tablet while pushing DeX to a laptop. So turning this off, you perfect. I'm always have the charging off. I'm always working from home. It's a big bonus because you have like 20 million wall sockets around you, so you can no problem charge it. So yeah, turning off is in some way like you're not taxing your Galaxy device battery. And another thing, once this is charged, laptop is basically charged. It's gonna survive for quite a long period of time. I'm just looking for my external USB-C cable. Just plug it in and see how juice is going into this. So connected. All right, LED lights in. I expected maybe they have some sort of the animation on the screen next to the battery saying that there's charging. Right now is 58%. Amazing. The function key is not on by default. This is like, that's it. I can say that's it. Just get this one. And just by function key not being on by default, this is a big thing for me, because I'm so annoyed when the function key on the laptops are on. Well, looks like might be upgrading then. Sierra Phoenix, if you're talking about getting a NexDock, the laptop, pretty much any laptops will do the thing, but I suggesting you to go for NexDock because they're here for years. They already been for how long, like 2-3 years now, maybe more. I think they showed up almost the same time when I started recording the videos, so it's about 3 years probably. And from speaking to them, they're nice guys, they know what they're doing, and they're really keen to basically make this happen. Other companies that are creating laptops and all these kind of things, I think they're just jumping the train just to make sure get the sweet gold dollars from you. I think NexDock is the company that, like, okay, we creating the product, we need to make sure that this is works well, and customer support is like over their expectations. Is amazing. I'm confused now. Is the screen looks much more crisper than others? Because I can swear that the NexDock 360 screen looks like 2K to me.
I know on my pre-production that I feel like the screen is identical to the UPerfect X. I feel like it's the same part.
Okay. Just by looking, right, I have right now UPerfect X connected, roughly. So I'm gonna quickly, right, I'm looking at the place where it's time and date and etc. So I'm gonna quickly switch that across. Okay, for me, NexDock 360 screen looks much crisper. I don't know if this is my old eyes, or this is maybe because I got like brightness and stuff set up on the UPerfect X differently. I'm just quickly gonna reset this. Maybe I tinkered with the brightness and the contrast and stuff, but the NexDock 360 looks much more crisper. Okay, if someone gonna look at this, they're not gonna see the difference. For me, just NexDock screen slightly better. The UPerfect it just gives me, I can see this kind of like haloing effect around the letters. Yeah, this one looks much more crisper. Maybe because new, maybe it's not like being used a lot, because UPerfect X being used a lot lately. I've been basically taxing like crazy. So could be the reason why. Here we go. What else we have? DIY was inspired by NexDock. I don't know. NexDock, LabDocs, UPerfect. It seems like they're copying DIY perks when he tried to build. Yes. NexDock created their device way before the DIY perks done a video. Way before. DIY perks done a video, I think last year or year before, or end 2019. The LabDocs from a NexDock, it was way back then. But yeah, DIY perks, the guy's idea to make yourself a DIY computer is great. I love this video, and
Yeah.
I wanted to create something myself like this, but me being lazy, I started by disassembling the laptop, but never went after that. So this is me. Right, here we go. We are in trackpad. Very slippery, and I like it. Very easy to move the fingers around. Very clicky. Yep. Let's do a typing. Let's go into so yep, function key is definitely not on by default. Google.com. Well, keyboard probably is going to be a similar, well, same, I would say, as the others, because it does exactly the same. It's just the button, the Windows button where it's supposed to be, slightly different. Yeah, the Windows button on NexDock, it looks like a house kind of icon, where NexDock 360 has their logo, and this is again a bonus. I like that they put the logo instead of having some weird stuff. Okay, so we'll jump into reddit.com, and I've mistyped. Here we go. Let's go into our Samsung DeX. Sorry, I'm on the side checking my video I posted, just to making sure that no one's flagging something like it's not suitable for DeX and etc. Anyway, let's back to a chat. Let's see what's happening in the chat. I'm pretty sure he made the comment that he was inspired NexDock specifically. Could be Sarah Phoenix, yeah, could be that the DIY per guy done it. But I'm sure that his video is way after the. I'm sure that way after the what's it called? NexDock launched their first. I think it was around when the NexDock announced the second one. That's when the DIY perk video showed up. We can see that people chatting. So here we go. That's NexDock. I'm gonna do obviously a test and do a video about it. Screen. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go nuts. Let's go brightness full max. Okay, right. When I was reviewing the NexDock Touch, let's go into google.com. When I was reviewing NexDock Touch, Cardiff photos, for example, I wanted to see how. I want to open one of the photos of Cardiff, the town that I live, just to see like how close to life, real life. Right. Okay. When I was reviewing the NexDock Touch, one of my complaints, or when I was doing comparison between NexDock Touch and the NexDock, one of my complaints was that the NexDock Touch screen is absolutely horrifying to look at when you increase the brightness. This one at the max brightness,
that's beautiful,
is amazing. I'm looking at this picture. Obviously I can't right now, magic of the live streaming, I can't really cut it off, but this picture that I'm looking at is so close to real life, what I should expect at that time of the day. Going in this is a Cardiff Pier. This is a red Cardiff Pier church, and there's like an opera house. I've been there so many times in the day, night, etc. And this looks like, obviously minus iStock watermarks. And this is Welsh government building on the right. This looks like so close to real. Obviously, probably this photo being retouched and photoshopped and whatnot, but the screen is absolutely gorgeous at this brightness. Obviously, if I'm gonna go and increase all the way the backlight, what's this called, contrast, the last one. Let's do this at 10. Let's leave this at 10. It's well done, NexDock. Well done. This is because UPerfect X, I have always set 1010. The first options. The first option is obviously the first one is volume, but then it's 20 1010 right now set up on this. On the UPerfect X, I had to tweak so long just to get myself like screen that I don't mind to look at. This one is absolutely amazing. This is really, really good screen. And this is a maximum brightness. Wow. We have okay, colors. Let's have a look into I can't tap while associated, right? Cardiff Bay photos. I'm gonna quickly check what if I'm gonna start changing the color of the color warmth. Yeah. sRGB, I think it's the best one for me to set at. Yeah, sRGB. Another thing, yeah, what I remember using as a test is our Samsung DeX subreddit group. Once you go on here, Reddit Samsung DeX. Once you go on here, it is very hard to distinguish the posts. No, that's fine. This gray line, it's just the Samsung DeX on the Samsung DeX subreddit group on the Samsung DeX. It looks horrible. Yeah, this is great. Because
do you have
on
your
the
on-side mount handy at all?
Do I have? Oh, phone side? No. I do have. I got one here. Well, I have it here on the side to use as the. I put this on the top of the monitor here on the side, and I use this as a cable hanger. Here we go. Hey, look new will show you a magic trick with a.
I was just curious about how it hangs off the top. Let me just get my phone over the case here.
I think just by moving this, I would say it's probably gonna go down. But it's actually stiffer than a UPerfect. Here we go. Yeah, slightly stiffer than UPerfect. So if you have a Mountie or Mountie Plus, here we go. You can put this phone on the top and use your phone as a landscape. Here we go. Oh, there was a question in the chat. Here we go. There's a questions in the chat here. I'm just missing all the questions. Yeah, you can see from the way I touch the screen is not easily lowered. I don't know what to explain the English, not bad to do phone side. How much the Mountie costs? Mountie is about, I don't know.
I'm just going to link it in the chat here.
Okay.
So the
There's a Mountie,
which is the one there.
Yeah, Mountie. Yes.
That one's 40 Canadian. So whatever that translates to wherever you're from. So about 35 American, probably 35 pounds.
Yeah, somewhere around. Yeah. Amazon Mountie Plus. On Amazon, if you go for Mountie Plus will cost 30, and Mountie will cost 30 as well.
The Amazon prices are whack. It's about $10 cheaper off of their website itself.
Yeah, this is weird. They Amazon charging the same price for both. Mountie Plus is when you have two things connect, and Mountie is where you have one thing. One thing is when it's easier for you to connect on the side of the monitor, and two of them is more designed for the tablets, but I suggest to use two for your phone as well, just for extra safety. And if you're gonna go and yes,
I was just gonna say, like, just for the record, like I use my Mountie Plus, and I'm able to hang my Surface Pro off of my NexDock.
Yeah,
and it works really well that way.
Yeah, Mountie is I can't do that with the phone side, but the Mountie, yeah, you can. I think I done a video or showed a photo or something where I had like a tablet on one side and the phone on the other side for Windows Surface to have like Windows on DeX kind of setup. That was a while back. So yeah, the Mountie is very versatile if you want to like move it around and connect everywhere. Yeah, I was afraid it could hold the weight. A bit of stress test, if that makes sense. Here you go, Mountie. Actually gonna drop this off. Let's see. Here we go. If I'm gonna show something on the NexDock, obviously I'm gonna bring the cameras in.
Yep.
Okay. So, any more questions, lovely people? Let's see. Let's see what's happening here. Someone's tweeting me on the. I'm planning, like I said, obviously the NexDock 360 video. I'm gonna use it right now for 2 weeks or so, week or 2 weeks. But straight away, I can tell you the screen looks absolutely great. The touch screen of the NexDock 360 is amazing. Trackpad is great. I mean, it's like everything what I wanted in the laptop.
Yeah.
And just right now, as out of curiosity, I'm just gonna grab this. Actually they included, but I'm gonna use my USB OTG adapter just to see how it is performing. Just plug that in. So that's in. And now what I'm gonna connect, obviously probably it's not gonna work, but this actually should work. This is the Toshiba 640 gigabytes hard drive, laptop hard drive, with using the SATA adapter. So I'm gonna plug that in and let's see if my DeX will say, hey, we have external hard drive connected. And it does. So let's open with Paragon software. Let's move it down. Connecting USB devices. Let's see. Microsoft. Here we go. 640 detected. I'm gonna say mount. And let's see if it's been detected by my Samsung My Files. Oh my goodness, I love this trackpad. No, it's not the one to detect. Total commander. Let's try this way. Yeah, it's actually detected. Just some of my files don't want to play. Yeah, this is great. Amazing data port. Obviously you can use the built-in or supplied one. Just not sure how fast that's gonna work, because it's from USB type C, it goes into a white color USB type A port. Maybe they're using white color just as a giggles. Maybe this is a USB type 3.0. I'll just quickly, let's have a look if there is anything mentioned. Charging, amazing. Data, 18 watts, 18 centimeters, 50 gen, smartphone cable, gen 2 USB type C 3.1. This is apparently. So this is much better. Anyway, I don't want to really go into this like full review kind of thing. Obviously, that's gonna be gonna have its own video. Let's mount this. Let's try it with this. You go in here, and you go in here. Same thing. Connects with no problems. Connects with no problems. Detected. So if you want to connect external hard drive, that will work. Obviously don't go nuts and connect something that requires a lot of power, but just connecting like external hard drives up to, I think, terabyte or something, that should work with no problem at all. With no problems at all. How much of a gap there between the screen and the keyboard if you open all the way? I have 2 inches foldable riser on the bottom of the touch, and I was wondering if I could do the same with 360. How much gap between screen and the keyboard if you open? So you go all around. Okay. So I'm gonna do a test, and Hillock New will do a test as well, because like I said, his model is slightly. So where's the camera?
I don't like, to me it folds flush.
When I hold it horizontally, mine folds flat. I can, well, you probably can hear. This is magnets hitting.
Yeah.
But obviously,
like
if you go
there's
like
a little bit of a contour to it, so it doesn't fold like perfectly flat, but that's just design, right?
I can't complain about this, but one of the pads, like, come on, it's like millimeter gap, but it doesn't feel like it's rattling. I think it's just with time it's just gonna settle down. But yeah, it folds flat. It folds flat like flush, and it's no wiggle around it. Question from Just David. But I heard the most laptop doesn't allow more than 4 apps. First of all, minimum apps that any USB-C hub will allow is 5. The maximum app that you can use is 20. And this is right now NexDock 360. I'm gonna quickly open Google Keep, open Samsung Internet Explorer, Samsung Internet, open Samsung My Files. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I open Z Archiver, open next Raspberry Card Imager. How many I have now? I lost the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 open because the one is set. So if I open one more, under utilities, let's open amperemeter. 6. Andronics 7. I don't see the message showing up that, hey Mr. P, you opened 5 apps, chill out. So 1, 2, and neither of them is full screen, by the way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So obviously I can try go up to 20, but it never was anything else apart of 5 or 20. If it's not 5, it's definitely going to be 20. If it's not 20, it's definitely going to be 5. There is no thing like 11. So I have 7 apps open, so I can say with confidence that this laptop supports 20 open apps at the same time. But I can understand why people having a little bit of a problem with not able to use 5 apps at the same time, because from my use on any laptop, I barely use 4.
I
Most
can't
of the time
imagine needing like 10. That seems crazy to me.
I bet everybody who's done that, like saying, "Oh, I can't use 50 apps or 20 apps at the same time." I bet you, if you ever owned a Windows computer, you never had 20 programs running at the same time, especially in the window mode. So, if you open something like this and you open full screen, most of the times I had on the UPerfect X, creating the Raspberry Pi cluster thing, I had SSH, file manager, Samsung Internet to troubleshoot things. That's it, 4 apps. Yeah, I had 4 apps. 2 of them was Samsung Internet Explorer. Oh my god. Samsung Internet running 2 separate windows. So, for not having 20 apps on the laptop, if you're using like ultra wide monitor, yes, then it's 20 apps. Yeah, this is very amazing. But then 5 is great, 20 is amazing, but believe me, you will survive with 5. Here we go, Sarah Phoenix, you're welcome. If you have any questions more about NexDock 360, obviously you can find us on a Reddit. Just find one of us or catch me on Instagram and stuff. I'll do a video about this as soon as I can. First I need to do a couple of like tests. Obviously it's going to be hard to do a video review about NexDock 360 when it's without this logo here. It looks like UPerfect X. But by touching it, I can tell you straight away it's not UPerfect X. It's totally different breed, and it's definitely NexDock done an amazing job by creating this. Feels that UPerfect X looks like premium laptop. Looks and feels like a premium laptop just by touching. And the touchscreen. Oh, you can find I can play like touchscreen games on this. Fold it over in a like tablet mode and play the touchscreen games. Because on UPerfect X, I found it when I'm playing touchscreen games like this. I found it that when I'm interacting with the game, it feels like I'm swiping the mouse pad, if that makes sense. This one is like feels like a Tab S6 screen, and that's like Galaxy tablet screen is great to touch. So this feels same. So that's basically gives you a bit of idea how great this is. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to do a review because it's just literally almost the same thing.
I'm curious to see what you get for power values in and out.
Yeah, we can try this out now, because that is going to be handy for me while I will do a review, because I'm just going to rewatch this live stream.
Because the batteries are definitely different between the 2 devices. The NexDock definitely pushes a lot more current than the UPerfect does.
Where is my USB-C? I got so much stuff. And where's my USB-C meter? I'm basically at the state when I can't find stuff. I had somewhere USB-C meter because I remember I had to measure this thing, the screen, because the screen wasn't really playing nicely with my setup. So I remember using it earlier today. Anyway, I'll test that later. Because Yeah, these kind of things, one way or another way, I will test them for my review. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. I was thinking before I even received this, I was thinking when the NexDock 360 will end up on my desk, should I do just a review or comparison? But I think I'm just going to do a review and then follow with the comparison, and just in case of somebody looking to get UPerfect X or NexDock 360, because they literally looks the same. But straight away, I'm telling you, without even this is the lab dock. If you want a premium device, this is the lab dock to go for. It definitely ticks a lot of boxes that I had for any lab dock.
Yeah, it's out of all the ones we've had, it's by far the best, the most complete package. It's the only thing that I'm waiting for in the next revision is for one with decent speakers.
Yeah. Speakers on the lab docks, you're not gonna. It's not the speakers to play a Beethoven or something. It's not. It's more for reference. It's more for reference, just to hear bing or something that is something happened. It's the same as a built-in speaker in a PC tower. When that yells, it means you need to check something. So this is the kind of speakers we're talking about here. But then it's I feel like speaking about speakers on the lab docks is the same thing as having a gripe that the headphone jack's been removed. It's probably okay to have these speakers, and then most of you already gonna have like a earbuds or something, but it would be nice if they included speakers. Actually, if wondering what's the cost to include the decent speakers on this, or basically even if there is a room to include the decent speakers. That's interesting. Why I can't open my... Here we go. Is it charged? No. I wanted to try to play the... See this.
I'm definitely curious how hard it would be to open up one of these and replace the speakers with something a little better. Like, there's not much room in there, but I'm curious.
When I have NexDock 360, I think I'm gonna basically demolish the NexDock Touch. Everybody who's wondering what I'm doing with the NexDock Touch screen, this is the second generation NexDock. This is called NexDock Touch. Difference between the first one, you have a bimple here, which I think is like a touchscreen microchips or something here. Basically, this lap dock is being used by my little one. He's turning this lap dock on and off about 1 trillion times a day, and it still turns on. So when you're talking about proper hardcore testing, turning on and off, my little one basically turns on and off this lap dock at least 50 times. So this is basically, it's seen a lot already. It's been dropped, and there's a lot of scratches around HDMI cable, because when he tries to put the cable, he always puts the wrong way around. So it's like proper mushed, and the USB type A cable as well. So I'm planning actually just disassemble this, just to see how it goes. That's probably going to be a good idea for next live stream. Just try for me to take this apart. I have the iFixit kit, but not full one. But still, I'm gonna, because I was thinking when you said, hey look new, when you said about taking off, I was thinking, should I just take a UPerfect X and just destroy that? But I think no, I'm just gonna go with the NexDock, the touch version, or the first one. Just is that the first one, isn't it? Yeah.
This is the 2.
Yeah, the NexDock, the first one. This is the first gen.
Second.
Because no, yours the first one. Because next text is a black. On the new one, it should be white.
Well, the touch is the third gen. Right, because there's the NexDock, NexDock 2, the touch, and then the 360.
Really?
Yes.
Holy moly! I was living in a fantasy world. I thought that this touch version is basically a second generation.
No, it came out like a month after this one did. Like, I think they developed them at about the same time.
Oh yes, sorry, yes, you're right. That's what's confusing me, right? Okay, that's really confused me for a minute. That's proper confused me. Okay, let's see what's happening in the chat. The way be possible in the next 5 years though. M2E GPU is incompatible. No, believe me, I tried. I tried. I sourced the USB graphics card adapter by USB port, and I took the GTX 650 Ti, I think this computer has here, take it off and tried it, and it's failed. So no, it wasn't working. It wasn't working at all. Or you can give it to me. Do you need a lab dock? Yeah, it will be a far to send it one to you. I can see there's like a lot of people. I can see some of them already joined from previous chat. So yeah, this is my idea was for today's chat, just to get the NexDock opened, play around, and I'm really surprised. One thing I want to talk to everyone. I seen a post on Reddit, something about Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra having a different DeX kind of thing. And why this is happening. I'm wondering why this is happening. What do you think? Is it like, I think it's a stupid thing from Samsung to do this. I think it would be a stupid thing from Samsung to introduce the different.
I don't see the point in fragmenting the already fairly small community.
It's just I can't understand like why to split, because the DeX is already great. That's all, like I mentioned last time in the last live stream and one before. The app developers need to think about this. They need to make the apps compatible with DeX. If this DeX that is going to be launched on the S8 Plus, S8 whatever it's called, tablet S8 Ultra, is going to be different. So it means I'm glad I'm not app developer, because if you're creating the app that needs to work on a phone, on a foldable phone that folds other way, on the DeX, on a DeX that looks different, and like it's just a lot of stuff to what is, sorry, just receiving away texts. It's just Samsung, just leave the DeX alone and don't try to compete with Apple by adding this stuff to your S8 Plus, because I think that's what's probably happening. They just iPad OS, we need to do this. Knowing Samsung is probably just had a newer version of DeX that they will roll back to previous devices. Well, I hope. If it's something like yes, the same that they did with the wireless DeX. Yes, you're right. Originally it was only on which phone it was, S10 or something, and then
the wireless was on when they launched the 21s.
Is it? Okay, because wireless DeX wasn't really a big thing, so I wasn't really following a lot. But no. Yeah, I hope like a Phoenix saying that is eventually gonna go down, or down into previous products. This is one of the reasons like that I'm gonna stick with Note 9, is that according to most of the articles online, the Galaxy Tab S6 should receive the newest Samsung DeX or One UI version. So as my Galaxy tablet is my main Samsung DeX device, I don't really have urgency to replace it with something else, just because obviously I don't really need one need a phone, a newer phone, when I already have a very powerful tablet, and the battery is still the same as on a day one, and it's just great. So there's no need for me to just go and start spending $1,000 or pounds or something on a different phone. And newer phones are just not appealing to me at all. I can't find the reason why. I think wireless DeX started with the Note 10 and Note 10. That's the thing. I can't remember Samsung wireless.
No,
DeX.
it definitely didn't come with the 10 originally.
I know it was after the Note 9, because I was at position to actually buy a phone to try wireless, but then the company from Indiegogo sent me their adapter, the wireless thing, which is amazing. Compared the Samsung wireless DeX and this adapter, the way the wireless HDMI signal is being pushed is like day and night.
Yeah, it does look like it was the Note 20 and Ultra.
Yeah, I think around that time, because they started to only use the what's it called, Samsung compatible screens. So let's have a look what else happening on my DS. Remember being salty case. My wife got the Note 20 and it had wireless DeX. When a lot of people started having a wireless DeX, remember they asking me to review and stuff and etc. Just I don't mind to review stuff for you guys, as long as people subscribing to my channel and we're getting a company send stuff to us. It's not like I don't have a magic print in a corner that prints dollars and I can just go and spend, I don't know, 1,000 plus, or buy a Galaxy S7 Plus tablet just to review. So we review what we get and what we review basically what we can. It's not like money grows on trees. I miss the old DeX interface. Not gonna lie, the new one was a pain for me in the first, but now I got used to it. One thing annoys me, and I'm gonna try to demonstrate this. Right, I open the Samsung Internet app on the tablet, on the laptop. I minimize it. There is no way to tell that you actually open this app. There is no bubble. There used to be like a dot sign next to it, next icon. Right now I have no option to do it. No option. Here we go. I'm gonna solo layout. Here we go. This is there. If I open right now, I know that it's open. But Samsung My Files. It used to be a bubble telling me that, oh, you opened this. Right now there's nothing. So when I was doing this cluster thing, and I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, oh, don't tell me I shut the SSH client, otherwise the commands will crash. And it's actually open, but because I minimized it, I can't tell you if it's open or not. So that's the thing about the DeX, a new DeX I don't like. It's not showing me the actual app if app is opened or not. Why do I can't listen to audio when screen recording when internal audio only selected? The thing with the screen recording is basically, imagine there is a one single pipe or one single door in the DeX that sends audio, and you can only send audio this way or this way. There is no split the audio kind of thing. So if you screen recording with option to record in-game audio, the app will capture that audio before it reaches the speakers, if that makes sense. So there's no way. There is you can try one thing to do, but then it's a lot of faffing around, and it is sending audio back into their screen recorder. And that means that you send the audio out via headphone jack into a splitter, and one goes back into your, I don't know, a phone, if your phone is lucky to have headphone jack, and record as a mic, put mic in. The same time the other splitter goes to I'm talking, and I think I have a photo. A while back I tried to create something like this with my Galaxy tablet. So it is then when a screen recorder is recording the screen and you selected the in-game audio, you will not be able to listen because it just captures and it's not allowing to reach the speakers. That photo that I took, I think it was a while back. It's probably, I'm not gonna find it now. But yeah, I tried, and it was a big mess of cables to reach the goal to record the audio and back into the system. Oh, so many. No, I don't think I have a photo of this. But it was like, at least I had to use at least, I don't know, 7 cables to connect this to make it work, or somewhat work. And it was working, but because the audio was going through so many cables, it reduced the white noise. So it reduced the just nonsense in the recording, and that's basically just trashes your audio. So when you screen recording, you pick one or the other. No, I can't find. I have like 15,000 photos just this year alone, and I think I done a photo last year. So let's try this one. I'm gonna quickly try. Okay. Good night, everyone. Good night to you too. I think it's Indonesia. It's probably midnight or something. No to a photo. I remember sending you that image over Skype.
Yeah.
Because it was a big pile of cables, because you had to split the audio, route the audio back, and then it was a mess. And you connect everything and it doesn't work, and then you think why it doesn't work. You connect everything in, and if you mess one cable up, it just basically audio gets lost somewhere in that all these connections, and you just end up recording nothing, and it takes time to test all the steps. So easy is just for you to pick what you want to record. You want to record in-game audio and don't hear, but then it's rubbish a bit. Anyway, no to audio.
Do you want to talk about how you've incorporated DeX into everything you do?
Well, with the cluster.
Well, just in terms of replacing your Windows laptops and stuff. And somebody asked in the chat specifically if you use.
Here we go. Have you tried to replace your laptop with an NexDock Touch with Samsung DeX? David Vega, last year, basically, it's not a breaking news. World is under virus. So majority of the people moved to work from home, and I am one of them. And last year, I think it was last year. Right now, so long ago, I can't remember. The company that I was working for decided to work from home. So boss told me on Friday, Mr. P, you're working from home on Monday. And that I remember was about March. I think it was March last year. And basically what's happened, I came back home Friday. Over weekend I connected everything up, and on Monday I'm sitting in front of the ultra-wide monitor with the Galaxy tablet to be used as a Samsung DeX, and I am working. And I was working using only Samsung DeX for 8 months. So 8 months I was using nothing else but the Samsung DeX pushed from Galaxy Tab S6. And people only noticed that I'm using Samsung DeX is when I was doing the Skype calls or Zoom calls or whatever you want to say. Because when I was doing these calls and I was screen sharing, they noticed that was something wrong about my setup, because as you know, the Galaxy Samsung DeX taskbar looks like Apple, but looks more same as the Windows as well. So it was like two let's say mix of two. So people who were using their work computer, they all was like, which is that the Apple product? Is that the Windows product? Because it was different. So to replace your work computer, or to replace a computer with DeX is much easier than you think. just one problem you need to, actually a couple of problems. I will mention a couple of main things you need to keep in mind. First is be ready. It's not Windows and it's not Apple product. It's slightly different than these both operating systems. So you will have a little bit of learning curve to go over before you start using it. But when you start get used to it, it's going to be super easy. It's going to feel like you're using a giant phone, but acts like a Windows machine. And all the apps, when you're so familiar with your apps on your phone, they open the same thing on your screen. And it's to replace the laptop is much easier to do than you think. The problem I had is that after about 7-8 months, we took over a couple of new projects, and with the new projects we had to use a specific programs made specifically on Windows, and these programs are locked to the computer. What that means, when you're installing a program, it reads the computer DNA IDs or something. The guy explained to me and I just forgot next minute. So when I install this program and I sign in with my work account to use it, it's get locked to that device. And if I will try to install the same program on another computer and try to use it, I can't, because I need to request the token, request the activation key to install on a separate machine, and then the first machine will get deactivated. It's like you're having a license key for a program, but you can install only one copy. So I got myself a Surface Pro 7 to use for my work, and I had no problem installing this program on the Shadow PC cloud gaming service like Virtual VM or Fire Cloud, etc. But the problem is they are virtual machines, and this program I can use it offline. So if by some reason I stopped, my broadband died, I still can use this program and push the work that I done after it went live, or after my broadband is back up. When the virtual machine somewhere in the cloud dies or my home broadband dies, I can't connect to that. So that's why I stopped using DeX, but I had no problem. About 95%, maybe more, work was done on DeX. I was doing Excel, Word, emails, coding, terminal, server management, websites, etc. Everything was done using DeX. If something I wasn't able to do with DeX, I was using a virtual machine, because you can get very cheap one with Microsoft Azure or something for a couple of pounds a month. So replace David Vega, to your question. I already done that. I spent 8 months working with only Samsung DeX and nothing else. So it's easy to replace Windows machine or any personal computer with the DeX. You need to be ready. Don't expect this to be like a copy of Windows or Mac. It's slightly something different. But once you get used to it, it has some quirks and limitations, but overall it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. And all the hobbies that I do here at home, like with Raspberry Pis and everything else, DeX. Even if I have Windows machine here, I have one Windows machine in front of me, I still use DeX to do these things, because it just gives me, I don't know, satisfaction. Is that thing to? It just feels weird that I'm managing these projects, I'm creating these things using my phone or my tablet in this case. So here we go. That's my answer. David Vega came back. It's amazing how you managed to run some programs and use it daily for work and personal stuff for 8 months. If SoCs keep getting better and faster, I may replace everything to the DeX. Imagine the DeX is it's not like a personal computer. It can be, but imagine DeX is like a very, very clever, dumb client, if you know what I mean. You can do things on it, and if you're struggling, you can RDP remotely connect into a Windows machine and do that. Just David, Microsoft recently announced the Windows 365. Yes, I was very eager when they announced that they launching this. I was like, yes, amazing. I can try this to be used with DeX. I'm gonna create a million videos about the Windows 365 on DeX, and then I realized how much they're gonna charge you, and no thank you. No thank you. Getting very slow pace computer for £30 a month that I would say takes 5 minutes to open Outlook is not for me.
Yeah, it's definitely not really intended for the home or the work from home office. It's more like rolling out to, you got 20 or 30 interns that you're shuffling through every summer. You need to fire something up for them.
Yeah, it's more for business. It's much better to pay somewhere 30 quid and don't worry about if you're buying a right laptop of this guy or his GPU dies or something else. You just send it and say, here we go, it's yours, use it. And he gets sacked. The manager just press delete, stop or something, and it's like nothing happened. And all the data is like there. So when they're creating this VM, I think they put it under 15,000 logs just to make sure that it's not going to be stolen. David Vega says thank you a lot. You're welcome. Any more questions? Obviously you can find us in a Reddit or find me somewhere on social media, and I'm more than happy to help you out. I am fully autonomous with DeX and Shadow. We really are moving away from needing a full desktop computer, especially with the speed. Yes, Sarah Phoenix, yes. If not that special program that I need to use for my work, I still would use DeX. Because I have right now DeX. Right now I have like one of the best laptops I can get. And I'm trying here on a side screen, show it to you. There is, here we go, controllers. You can go do a gaming and stuff. And I'm trying to show you here on a screen, on the side. There is a virtual VM based in Germany by the name of FireCloud. So I can connect to this FireCloud remotely. I'm just trying to see why is the one I connect was probably, it's a good example. I can't connect to my cloud machine because it's probably died or something. So if not this program that I have to use for my work, I would still use a Samsung DeX. When there was an option for me to, basically the company bought me a Surface Pro 7. And I was talking to my boss back then, and he said, if not these programs that you need to use, I'm more than happy to give you S7 tablet. Because you on DeX is the same productivity as you on Windows. And a bit would say fast a couple of percent, because with a tablet, you have DeX on the tablet, you have DeX on external screen, and like tablet is the best DeX device. So DeX is, and 5G, yes, agree. 5G is, and a DeX everywhere, and cloud computers, DeX becomes like a gate that you can go and connect to all your services. And like I said, DeX, once you get around it to know exactly how its world works, it's an amazing thing to use. I think next time we're gonna do live stream at 5 o'clock, because more people coming right now than was in the first hour.
Well, it's still pretty early over here in the across the pond from you.
Yeah, because it's like right now 9 a.m.
Yeah. Well, where I am, it's just after 10. Yeah.
So it's 10 o'clock. It's 5:30 here, and some people saying goodnight to us because it's midnight.
Yeah.
Steam Deck plus NexDock, laptop with a gamepad. Steam Deck plus NexDock. I was a while back. I was doing like gaming on the Shadow PC, and the way what I was gaming is the my Note 9 connected to a NexDock, the first one, second one, the NexDock original one, let's say, and I had the Xbox controller with me. So moving around at the house with this, putting anywhere where it's a decent Wi-Fi, and just gaming, because it's like it's a portable gaming station. That's same as computer, or replaces a computer. Puerto Rico is 12:25 p.m. America is waking up. Yeah, it's almost 5:30 here. And that basically means that I have like another 10-15 minutes or so before I go. But then I'm gonna try to get more, like, get this done, review done of a NexDock 360, have a couple ideas to do videos about using DeX for, let's say, home projects and stuff. In the case of Galaxy Fold 3 or 4, when it gets cheaper, do you see replacing your Galaxy tablet? If I have seen battery life sucks, I have right. Yes, if the Galaxy Fold phone goes to a price that is easy to swallow, and this means I'm not planning to spend £2,000 on the phone. No, £1,000. Yeah, about Note 9. My Note 9 cost me 900, and I'm still using it because I knew that I had, before Note 9 I had Note 4. So before Note 4 I had original Note. So I already, let's say, dipped my toes into a Note series, so I knew what's happening. Between the Notes I had like Galaxy S8 7, and I had another one, and weird things. But Note, I knew that Note 9 is going to be a great phone. Plus it had Linux on DeX back then, so that was one of the big push for me to go for it. And I'm still using Note 9. It's still here. It's still, can I disconnect? Yeah, it's still here. It still does the job. It still works. The battery's it's getting warm up just by watching YouTube videos. So it's not like a young phone, but it's alright. So Galaxy Fold 1 was a test. They tried it, see how much people will buy it, because it was like a guinea pig. Fold 2, they fixed the problems what the people complained about and looked for what else is going to be there. Fold 3 is they fixed more problems, and right now hoping to become a #1 phone. I think Fold 4 is going to be the one to go for, but I'm not planning to spend £2,000. I'm not planning to spend that amount of money that I can buy 4 cars here in UK. I can buy 4 cars for 500 quid each minus insurance, or I buy this one phone. So no. But if it's gonna get around £1,000, 1,200, then it's yes. But then again, it needs to be a big hoo-ha. I don't care if the phone has a better camera, or the selfie is great, or phone screen is 120 Hz. Okay, it's nice to have, but I'm looking for a phone, not looking into a phone because of these features. I don't care if it's 120 megapixels camera. I'm not gonna go and start shooting photos. If I want to take a decent photo of my kid, I'm gonna go and get the DSLR. So, but if a Fold phone drops down, okay, so it's fine. David Vega says 4 cars. Yes, I'm not saying like a brand new 4 cars from a store. I'm saying like you go into like Craigslist or like eBay and you buy a car that barely runs, then yeah, you can get 4 of them. I have the hub. Next message will explain problem. Okay, PC this has a problem. We're gonna see what's happening.
That's with his Skull & Co.
Oh right.
Like he's not getting power to it or something.
Okay. This is mine works fine. I had a little blimp a couple of days ago when it just disconnects the DeX with no reason, but then I realized that it was just my cable knackered.
Yeah, so for anybody not sure, this is what we're talking about.
Yes, it's a Skull & Co. It's called Jump Gate. It's a big one, big black box on the bottom right corner, and the core drive is a smaller one. Here we go. This is Jump Gate.
And then that's the actual hub that does all the magic.
Yes, this is the brains. This is the brains. It has all the ports at the back, 2 USB Type 3.0 ports, full HDMI, power delivery up to 100 watts of power.
Yeah.
Micro SD and SD card reader on the side. And another one is more like a closure if you want to use your Galaxy device or switch in the stand mode thing.
It's the only commercially available dock out there right now that we know you can get 1440 out of a phone. So that's
Yes.
why we recommend it.
Yeah, it's basically it's 100% you'll get maximum resolution with DeX supports. Others, it's a big hit and miss, and I'm not recommending anything else. I just no. Shows charging, but phone keeps discharging. The Skull & Co charger is more powerful than the Skull & Co charger is more powerful than S10e charger.
So what happens when you use it with your default, like the charger that came with your phone? Like I would just do that and see what happens, because that would definitely eliminate the dock as an issue. So the other one that we wanted to talk about this at one point and we just haven't, because they don't have stuff in stock. We're trying to get Cable Creations to send out USB-C hubs, and they keep telling me that they don't have stock in the UK, which whatever, send it from wherever else. But this is another one that we've reviewed and looked at, and it's okay. But again, can't get 1440 out of this one like you can the Skull & Co. So that's why we always tell folks that the Skull & Co is probably the best dock to get at this point. That it'll hold your phone upright too.
Sorry guys, I'm just quickly checking. It just
So for PCI Hector, what I would recommend at this point is grab the Ampere app off the Play Store, and then you can see actually how much charge your phone is getting, and you can see what it's getting when it's just you charge it into your phone, and then compare it to what it's in the dock and with the two adapters.
here we go. I'm just gonna drop you quickly a link to the app that we just mentioned. Here we go. Link is in the chat, and you can see in the video demo of this app. So it just shows you how much like is going up or down on your charging.
So when I disconnect it, you can see now it turns orange because it's going to be.
Yeah, and then I think it's gonna turn red or something. Oh yeah, you go minus 180 milliamps.
So that's how much power it's using, and then when you restore power to it, I mean, I didn't let it drop low enough for to actually do anything, but
I think I do have Ampere. Yeah, I do have that on my tablet. So right now, tablet is charging from my NexDock. So tablet is charging from a NexDock 360, and it's 170 milliamps up, 50 milliamps up. So definitely had this one turn off. It's just not enough power just to go back, go and charge the device properly. So you're getting charged. So this is right now discharging at 200 or 2000, sorry. So if I turn back on, so this charging, let's see. 150. Definitely disconnect. One thing about you go disconnecting and connecting charger back on and off, the DeX did restart. Sorry about this. Okay. Okay, Skull charger 5 volts 2 amps, Skull 5 volts 3 amps. Going to test with one of these specs. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly disappear.
I'm definitely curious to see what happens here.
Here we go. With tails. Okie dokie. So 20 to 6. We're gonna wrap it up, and yeah, next weekend we're gonna try to do much later, 6 p.m. What time we start at 4? So we're gonna be 5. Let's try at 5. Cedar Phoenix is leaving us. That's sad. Don't go. But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you have people to see, places to visit, things to do. So yeah. Oh my goodness! I just scratched the mic. That sounded probably so bad. Overall, and anybody is still wondering, NexDock 360, I'm absolutely pleased about this. It's absolutely amazing. Screen looks great. Trackpad is great. Keyboard, no difference from others. That's a bonus for me because I don't need to like get used to this. And screen brightness at the maximum at the moment. I have, yeah, maximum, and it looks absolutely amazing. One thing I realized, I'm not charging it. Because after live stream, I want this to be fully charged because I'm going to go and start playing around. So I definitely want this to be charged. And UPerfect X obviously going to go and sit on a shelf unless I'm just going to, I don't know, dismantle it or just sell it. Ampere shows 220 milliamps. Is that with the Skull and Co charger? Let's turn this off. So Skull and Co charger 220. Where's my less clear CD Docker? Oh, keyboard is great. Actually,
Yeah, I don't understand how if you have a positive current going in, how it's discharging.
yeah, pretty much it's the same keyboard. I thought maybe keyboard is slightly what's it called, lighter to press, but pretty much it's the same thing.
I'm pretty sure almost all the physical parts are identical.
Yeah, even finisher of the bodies is pretty much the same. I think they just the conveyor belt arrives at the T junction and they're like, "You perfect, NexDock. You perfect, NexDock."
There's definitely a lot of parts came out of the same bin.
Yeah, but overall, it's not me complaining that it looks like UPerfect X because NexDock done it better using the same footprint that UPerfect X is, and that is a big bonus for me. Because it's the UPerfect X looks like I said earlier in this live stream, looks professional. where NexDock 360 looks and feels and works professional. And it's like, I'm chuffed that this bloody hell is charging fast. I'm using the raw power charging station, which outputs 60 watts. I think per connection, not like a overall connection, so it's 60 watts per connection. So 60 watts goes into this, and it's 34. And like 2 minutes ago, it was 29. 35 now.
I still use the old the NexDock 2 charger with mine because it was a 55 watt charger.
The old one I use to I'm using to power one of the side monitors. Oh no, one of them is used to power Raspberry Pi 4, because that's why I asked you what do you think takes more power, USB, SSD, or M.2? Because I have M.2 256 in enclosure, in enclosure, and I have SSD in enclosure, and if I connect one of them, it works fine. If I connect both of them, it dies. The Raspberry Pi just goes, no, power is not enough, I'm gonna just shut down. But I found out that if you connect one of them into USB type 3.0 and another one into a 2.0, it works fine. But if you connect both of them in 3.0, I think the output just goes over.
It takes too much juice, yeah.
Yeah, but right now, because one of the Raspberry Pis acts like my, oh my god, so much things I'm doing with them. I'm gonna try to do a video. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna start slowly wrapping up, because usually I live stream for about an hour and a half or somewhere about. But obviously we're back. I'm not sure yet if it's gonna be my own, or Hey Look New will join us again. But probably gonna be both of us again answering your questions next Saturday for live stream. I think if we're gonna do this next Saturday, I think we're gonna post this on Reddit. Just let everyone know that it's gonna happen. Because I think right now it's great people join. I'm gonna try to look at the telemetrics after the live stream, but I can see right now 14 people in. But that doesn't mean that 14 people is exactly the same 14 people. I think just we siphoned around 200 people today through the live chat, popping in and out to check exactly what we're talking about. So I think if we're gonna go for this next weekend, we're gonna basically announce on live stream on Saturday on Reddit, just to let people know that if they have any questions, obviously we can try to help them out, or demo or something, just steer them to the right direction. And I'm gonna start getting ready to review the NexDock 360, but first I'm gonna try to use it a lot. Use that a lot. Wondering, because this is the NexDock 360 has USB Type-C port for data. What if I'm gonna connect USB Type-C hub?
That'll work.
You know what I mean? Like if I connect hub and I'll connect HDMI cable, will it get an output?
No, I already tried that one. That was my first thought too. I thought I could cheat something. What I was secretly trying to do was to use the NexDock 360 and the Perfect X off of my Surface Pro, and just try and cheat and get 2 extra external displays, but it doesn't pass the full USB 3.1. It's just a 3.0 port, so it doesn't pass any video. The display link, this is where I was bugging you about it the other week. I feel like it would work. A display link cable off of that would work, and you could get an extra monitor, I bet.
Display link connected to your Surface, or?
No, to that extra port off of the NexDock.
Right, so... Oh, you mean like this dual DeX setup thing?
Yeah, you can do that with your tab, I bet.
Yeah, if I connect, right, I right now have a Galaxy tablet connected to this. If I tablet goes in here, and if I connect the display link display port here, it will output the tablet screen. It will output the tablet screen. I'm 99% sure.
I mean, it doesn't help you a ton because you've already got a nice tab screen.
Yeah, the tablet screen to output, is better just to have a tablet somewhere here on the side on the horizontal and show it. But for phone user, you send the phone on the phone. You install Turmax and Andronics, and you have, I don't know, or run userland or whatever it's called to have a very small Linux, but when you Linux UI, but when you output to a bigger screen, it acts as a separate screen. Anyway, we're talking about something that we actually need to talk next weekend.
Yes.
So everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Everybody, some people who
mic there, I think.
I muted my mic. Hello.
There we go.
Oh yeah, the Rode mic is playing up sometimes. Anyway, thank everyone who joined us this lovely Saturday. It was me and Mr. P and Hey Look New. We are Dexperts. We know thing one or two about Samsung DeX. If you have any questions about Samsung DeX, you can hop into Samsung DeX subreddit group. The link in the chat going now. You can go there and ask the questions. Please behave nicely, and otherwise, basically, there is no free strikes. If you misbehave, you misbehave, and there is no way back. So play nice, ask questions, share your setups. That's what I quite like to see. There is your setups, your crazy setups that absolutely puts my setup to shame. So that's what I like to see. And if you need any questions, like I said, find us on the Reddit. Find us on Reddit, or you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and just obviously in YouTube. Just post in one of my videos as a comment. I read every single comment. So I'll see you then. So here we go, guys. And what's gonna happen next weekend? We're probably gonna do same thing again, but probably gonna be an hour later, maybe same time. It all depends on both of us basically private lives. So we're gonna see how it goes. I quite like this StreamYard. Don't care about this watermark in the top right corner. Actually, it worked very nice. That's
fine.
This is show and hide kind of thing. One thing I'm probably gonna do before next live stream, I'm gonna try and incorporate the faster PC for this. Because if I'm gonna try to screen share, it just basically puts everything to a halt. Anyway, I'll see you all next weekend. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you on Skype like always do, Mr. Hey Look New. Probably gonna be later tonight because I'm gonna go and do some things now. Right, guys, I'll thank you very much for joining us, and we will be back next Saturday. Everyone, bye bye.